Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking heroes. We talking Moon Knight episode 3, baby. So I had to make a video about this episode. Just got finished watching it. It was an awesome episode, man. So I had to make the video. 3 reasons why you should check out episode 3 of Moon Knight. It's the best episode yet, and I want to break down why it's the best episode yet. Not just gonna tell you it's the best episode, but why. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay guys, I'm not gonna keep you long today. It's gonna be a short one, but I want to let you know I will have very light spoilers. You know, yeah, I would say it's spoiler free, but to touch on some points, I may tell you just a tad about the episode. So if you don't want anything spoiled 1000%, go check out the video, come holler at your boy afterwards. Okay, don't get me wrong, I did like the first 2 episodes, but the first 2 episodes were very story based. They're setting up the characters, they're setting up the issues, you know. I get it, you know, it was a slow climb. It had bits and pieces where it had a little action, but it was, you know, leaving you wanting, like you wanted more from it. And episode 3 definitely delivered. And the first reason why it delivered was there's finally some cohesion between Steven and Mark. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, obviously in the first 2 episodes, it has to be some type of dysfunction for the story to make sense. They can't just get along all of a sudden, the 2 personalities. You know, they can't just get along all of a sudden, or when they do get along, it won't be satisfying for the audience. And episode 3, we finally see, you know, signs of them getting along and making things work. You know, Mark bringing, you know, the brawn, Steven bringing the brains, you know, so it's a great combination. And just seeing his wife help navigate, you know, be that bridge between Mark and Steven, because clearly they care about her and that's what they have in common. So they're doing this for her, you know, they're doing this for the world, obviously, and for Khonshu, you know, to release him. But at the same time, you can tell they're motivated and inspired by their wife, you know, and it's funny seeing her reaction to Steven and her reaction to Mark. You can tell that she loves them both. It is a very intriguing situation. The second reason why this episode did well and was tough was the relocation to Egypt. You know, that just gave the show a little diversity. It gave it a touch of, you know, just spontaneous action. You know, the fact that he was jumping rooftop to rooftop, and you know, just the setup of the cities allow that. I felt like I was watching Indiana Jones a little bit, a little, you know, Uncharted. So that was always a good thing. That difference of scenery really helped the action sequences, and it just really worked. You know, it felt like it had Jason Bourne type action. And then when Moon Knight let loose, when Mark let loose, then Moon Knight lets loose, you know, it's full on spy movie Jason Bourne type tactics. I mean, this guy is strategically fighting and making it hurt, man. Elbows, blows to the face, jabs. He is not in it for the fancy moves. He's there to put you down. And this episode showed that. And you know, it really reminded me of, you know, the Black Widow movie and how gritty those fights were, you know, where they're just grabbing for everything, scrapping for everything. It's not this romantic type fight. Now he did have some moves in there that were tough, you know, some crouching tiger type stuff, but for the most part it was very gritty. And I can finally see the comparison to a Batman, especially a Nolan Batman, where he did a lot of headbutts, a lot of elbows, a lot of, you know, short kicks. You know, it wasn't as fancy. So I think that really helped this episode as well. So if you were waiting for the movie, I say movie, but the TV show to crank up the action, episode 3 is for you. Another reason why episode 3 is must-see TV is because of the evolution of Khonshu. You know, he came across as a jerk, as a selfish god in the first 2 episodes, but this episode he's a little bit more intriguing. Seeing him interact with the other gods, the council of gods, was an interesting aspect of this television show, man. You can't really pinpoint his personality. Is he greedy? Is he benevolent? Is he evil? You know, is he selfish? You know, or is he Qui-Gon Jinn? You know, is he going against the grain? Is he questioning the actions of the other gods? You know, is he doing what's necessary for the greater good? So I think this episode made you really wonder, like, like, is Khonshu really a bad guy? Or is he a good guy? Or is he a little bit of both? Because I found myself kind of rooting for him by the end of this episode. I'm not going to tell you why, because I don't want to spoil it. But I was like, that is an interesting twist. And I think that's great when you blur the lines between good and evil, especially when you're dealing with the MCU, where everything is pretty clear cut. Hey, Captain America's the good guy, Red Skull's the bad guy. You know, you see what I'm saying? It's very clear cut sometimes. But with shows like this, you know, those lines blur. And I love that about Khonshu. At the end of the day, the story got deeper. The story got more interesting. The characters, top to bottom, became more interesting. And they finally hit the nail on the head with the action. So once you combine all those things, man, you're really in a good spot. So I'm very curious on where they're going next, especially with the ending. So great episode, man. And because of that, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10, baby. They did a really good job. You know, you always could use a little bit more action. You know, we're greedy as MCU fans, but hey, they did what they're supposed to do this episode. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Please check out the other videos on the channel, and I will catch you in the comments. Hey.